Hello, this is Michael Gross, and you're watching What's Neat with Ken Patterson.
All right.
Oh my God! I heard it's Christmas next.
Oh, it's almost Christmas. It's like 1, 2, 3. It's 7 days away.
Is that right?
Christmas Eve is 7 days from today.
Oh wow! Better hurry up, order your trains.
Oh, I already did.
Okay, show 218. That was last week.
We've still got the screen capture.
Oh my gosh, we have Stephen Mantilla running camera tonight.
You got
The screen's all covered, so you gotta.
I see that.
Yeah.
Somewhere behind the screen, we have a guest. Let's see who it is.
Yay! Chris
Percival from Australia. How does this work and I don't have to pay a long distance phone bill?
Yeah, I got in trouble a couple times. Pulled the phone all the way into the bathroom when I was a kid. Dialed up my girlfriend who just moved to Texas. Ooh, those bills, I had to pay for them 4 or 5 summers in a row to get them bills.
I'm pretty sure the toilet flushes the same direction in Texas as it does here.
All right, gentlemen, focus. On the table tonight, there's 11 auto racks and a whole bunch of freight cars from Intermountain.
Wow.
Steve Mantilla, give us a countdown and let's pretend like we know what we're doing.
3, 2, 1.
The What's Neat This Week video podcast is supported by enthusiastic model railroaders just like you.
These are anyway.
And by GL Robotics. With over 61 colors of 3D printing filaments in stock, your gateway to new technology. Check out their website at glroboticsusa.com. And by ABR Model Works. ABR Model Works designs and makes model railway building kits and scenic accessories for HO scale, with an emphasis on ease to build and highly detailed, realistic-looking scenes, and are available at Spring Creek Model Trains. Check out their website at abrmodelworks.com. Additional support is provided by Spring Creek Model Trains, your destination for model trains. Stop in and say, wow. Check out their website at springcreekmodeltrains.com. And by Intermountain Railway Company, where the detail makes the difference. Check out their website at intermountain-railway.com. Additional support is provided by Yelsma Graphics, America's leading distributor of quality railroad art and embroidered clothing since 1985. Check out their website at yelsma.com. And by ROKA Prototype Models. We make it real. Check out their website at www.rokamodels.com. Further support is provided by the NCE Corporation, the power of DCC. Visit their website at ncedcc.com. And thank you for supporting the What's Neat This Week podcast.
This is the What's Neat This Week show in model railroading, show number 219 for December 17th, 2022. Now today I said the words 2023 as I'm actually almost completed with the January What's Neat video. I'm actually 3 days late. Thank you very much, gentlemen, for the time that I am been allowed to get that project finished. We've got a lot of amazing people that you well know here in the room with us tonight. Starting on this end over here with Mike Budde.
Hey, everybody.
Hey, Mike.
Hi.
What'd you bring tonight?
There's no room for what I brought. I'll save it till next time.
On the other side of me, I've got Sugarfire Joshua Barton.
What's up, everybody?
On the 2nd of January, I get to go down and get a full rack of ribs and bring it home to the family.
Yes, sir, and everyone else out there in the world can come down too. There's only a few hotels, so if you need to stay for a few nights to hit it a couple times, we can do that.
But how's the salmon going to be?
It's going to be fantastic.
Oh, how's the salmon? My favorite how's the salmon, James Regier. My favorite Ivy League educated man, and you definitely proved that tonight with the conversation we had coming into this show tonight. I love it when an intelligent man speaks. On the other side of me, all the way from Australia, we've got Chris Percival from ABR Model Works. You are familiar with him now in that we've been talking about his products for about 2 months with regards to the 3D printed stuff and the laser kits that also come with a lot of 3D printed parts. He's very thorough, very meticulous, and I'm very impressed with what it is he makes for us in this hobby. So, hey, Chris, how are you?
G'day, mate.
I love shrimp on the Barbie, let me tell you.
I like kangaroos.
I thought you guys might like that.
Kangaroo is pretty tasty.
The really interesting thing is that, Australia and America are so similar because all of the movies that come out of the US, we soak them up in the soap operas and everything else. So Australia is almost like Hawaii. We're just another island, but a bit further away.
I love Hawaii.
I don't know. Hold on. Do you guys drive on the left side of the road or the right side of the road?
That's a big difference.
Well, look, I'm going to come over in, say, about 6 months' time. I'll teach you how to do that properly.
All right.
Rock and roll. I can't wait to see him on Susan Road.
Awesome.
Some days I drive like I'm in England, and other days I drive like I'm here. So,
And some days it's back and forth.
our friends Mike, Dave, Deb, and Jeff at Spring Creek Model Trains told us to mention that there is a product code of WNTW 1222 that will end on 1/2/23. That's January the 2nd. Whereas if you place your Christmas orders with them or any orders post-Christmas, that you will get free shipping on any orders over $250 as long as you use the product code, again, WNTW, what's neat this week, 1222. There was a girl named Holly that asked me what my license plates meant, WNTW, and rock and roll, I'm still hanging out with her. I love having plates like that. We have got a lot of models, as you can see on the table tonight. We are making a very special announcement tonight.
An exclusive here on What's Neat This Week.
That's the whole point of the show, and I've been told more than once it's a bargain that we should raise our rates. But the fact is, we're talking about ROKA, ROKA Prototype Models, ROKA. You can check out their website at www.rokamodels.com, ROKAmodels.com. I guess Mike's holding up the new logo for the company. I might just screen capture it and drop it in as we're speaking of it. There's a brand new website. It just got set up in the last 14 days, and it's absolutely beautiful with gorgeous outdoor photography of all the products.
I mean, the products itself are beautiful, not just the website.
And let's talk about what the initial offering is from ROKA Prototype Models. On the table, we have 11 Safe Pack auto racks. We have 4 different versions. Version 1, version 3, 4, and 5. Open top, metal rooftops, different types of doors. There's 2 different kinds of doors on these models. They come with Katie No. 5 couplers and metal wheel sets. This is a quality production of Safe Pack auto racks, as well as Dressel and I know about them so well, as does Mike Budde, because Eddie Dressel and I, back in the 90s, this is when Overland Models came out with Safe Packs.
Wow.
And we had to figure out how to paint them. And the trick of a Safe Pack auto rack is when they're painted white on the inside and you've got the railroad colors on the outside, what do you do with the overspray that comes through the holes? So do you paint the inside first or the outside first? And that's something we had to tackle just using the models and, of course, using lighter fluid to clean up any overspray, which was the miracle that made it work. These models do not have brass sides. This is all injection molded. They've got the technology these days to make these models, A, very thin wall models, and B, have the holes where they belong. And guess what? The paint doesn't bleed through on the ones with the white interiors with the railroad paint schemes on the exteriors. And that's an awesome accomplishment for any model manufacturer to be able to pull off. Let's go through the list of what we've got. And I know, Mike, I want you to interject on this because you're very familiar with these models as well.
Okay.
Now, I shot all these models outdoors. We're going to start with the Safe Pack version 1. This is a Santa Fe ATSF in red. And it is absolutely gorgeous in outdoor sunlight. This is a tri-level auto rack. Car number 700092. I mean, it's absolutely beautiful.
It is. That
It
that
is,
red really just pops.
It's really gorgeous. The next model we're going to talk about is Safe Pack. This is version 1 as well. It's a tri-level auto rack as delivered in the Union Pacific yellow paint scheme. Union Pacific car number 800037. Which one is that, Mike?
Right here.
Okay, that's
I
beautiful.
think most of them originally came with roofs, but by the 1990s, most of the ones I shot had the roofs and end doors removed. I never understood that.
Huh.
But
Yeah, I remember seeing a lot of them with the. So they were not made that way with the end doors and roofs off.
All right, so let's go to the next one. We've got a Safe Pack. This is also a version 1 tri-level auto rack as delivered in Western Pacific. This is car number 89004 in the brown paint. I shot all these models from the sides and on top so you can see the differentiation of the doors and the roofs on the various models. The next one we're going to talk about is a Safe Pack. Safety Pack is what me and Eddie used to call them, safety packs. Version 1, this is a tri-level auto rack as delivered in Norfolk and Western. Norfolk and Western.
Is that the black one or the
Yes.
gray one over there?
That's
Okay.
the
Brown one.
the brown one.
Okay.
And as you can see in the photographs, it was definitely brown. The next one I want to talk about, and this is gorgeous, this is also a version 1, a tri-level auto rack. Family Lines. SCL, right?
Seaboard coastline. Right
Seaboard Coastline and L&N. This is in yellow. It's got reporting marks on it of SCL number 109208.
the version 1s have the flatter roofs. I don't know if you noticed. Then
Yes.
the next version has the roofs like they use today with the
wow.
clamshell
Oh
doors.
yeah, I see that.
It's amazing that they've got the
It
different
is.
variations so accurate. The next one we're going to talk about, check out these outdoor photos of this Safe Pack. This is a version 3 model. This is a tri-level auto rack. It is late in that it has no roof. This is the Western Pacific / Union Pacific, car number 89109. It is yellow with the white interior. That's
Yep.
also a tri-level auto rack, and I love that. That is like one of my favorites because I did paint that one in brass at one point in my life.
Do my eyes deceive me? Are those two Union Pacific cars a different color yellow?
They're different in many aspects, as
Okay.
one of them is a version 3, and I think the other one was a version 1.
Right.
So it's very interesting in this. The next one we're going to talk about, and this is Safe Pack version 3. It's a tri-level auto rack. It's late with no roof. FEC is the name of the railroad on that. Car number 2301. It is yellow with the white interior as you see in the photographs. Safe Pack version 4. This is a bi-level auto rack. It's got a high roof on it. I love this one. ATSF, it's the Q, the quality logo on this one,
Yeah.
painted in brown. I also did one of those in the Overland Models paint scheme and had it running on the Midwest Valley Modelers layout. This is an absolutely exquisite car, and they got the color dead on.
And the clamshell doors on it. And
It has clamshell doors.
Yes.
This is a Santa Fe number 700099 with the 2-door ends on it, as opposed to the other ones you see that have the 4-panel doors. So there's different variations here. It's really interesting how amazing it is that a manufacturer can keep all this straight.
Right.
Yeah.
Next one is the Safety Pack version 4. This is a bi-level auto rack with a high roof. N and W, Norfolk and Western. That's this one right here. I shot it outdoors. It's beautiful in sunlight in that it's black and it absorbs the sun. Car number 400018. Yeah, I love that one.
I just love all the variations on these things, even within the individual road names. Just because I'm observing the different doors on the ends, different roofs.
Right.
And it could really add variety to the fleet.
Absolutely right. And these are still running in Canada, by the way.
Really?
The next one is SafePack version 5. This is a tri-level auto rack. It's got the high roof on it, like Mike just described. This is Seaboard Systems with reporting marks on it, CSXT. Car number 600108. Which one is that, Mike?
Right here.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
And the last one on my list tonight is the Safety Pack version 5. This is a high roof tri-level auto rack, Canadian Pacific, with reporting mark CPAA. And what those marks designate is this car is designed and approved to run on American trackage. Car number 556144.
I love that unique yellow color that it comes in. It stands out from the others.
Very beautiful cars. The principal of the company will be on the show with us on the 21st of January here at the table. That's going to be a fun day. I'm so looking forward to meeting with him. Again, all these cars come with metal wheels and Katie number 5 couplers. You can check them all out with outdoor beautiful photography at www.ROKAModels.com. ROKA models.com.
I think he's going to be showing these at the Cocoa Beach RPM too, like
Nice.
January 6th and 7th. So
I know, right? How amazing is that?
Very, very much so.
ROKA in the USA.
That's all right.
ROKA in the USA.
Yeah.
I know, right? We spent 3 hours last night coming up with a tagline, and it came out really, really good. It really came out dynamite, which you probably just heard at the beginning of the show as I ran the promo at the first of the show. Also, what I've got on the list tonight is we've got some Intermountain freight cars from Intermountain-railway.com. We love you guys out there in Longmont, Colorado. But the fact is, these are also very beautiful cars. Starting out, I want to say they all have metal wheels and they come with Katie number 5 couplers. First one is an HO scale ACF 2-bay covered hopper in Chicago and Northwestern. This has got black lettering it's got the block lettering on it. It comes in gray with reporting mark CNW, car number 437251. And the next one I want to talk about is also a Chicago Northwestern. I'm going to skip my list ahead one here. ACF 2-bay covered hopper, Chicago Northwestern. This one's in the yellow paint. And I know Dave would have a name for it, whether it was Zito yellow,
Yeah,
but it's definitely very beautiful in that yellow paint scheme. And that paint scheme weathers really nice too when you weather it. Car number 175567 with metal roof walks, and all of these have got the cylindrical circle hatches on the top. The one I just skipped over is the same thing, 2-bay covered hopper. This is in gray with reporting marks on it, CEMX. Car number 13057. Again, just absolutely beautiful. The next one I want to talk about is a BNSF new image paint scheme. This car is in gray. I'm not sure if they call that the BNSF swoosh on that car anymore. Car number 405963. It looks absolutely dynamite with that metal roof walk on it with the perforations in the roof.
Yeah.
The next one I want to talk about is the Winchester and Western Railroad, reporting marks WW. And this is car number 4111. And that would also look great weathered. It's in gray. It just looks really nice. Which one is that?
It's here. It's
that
down
one.
the end
Right there in the end.
Oh, that's got that cream colored paint scheme on it.
Yeah.
It's amazing how they match these colors of paint. Now, last but not least, I want to talk about 3 more cars from Intermountain, and that is these flat cars.
Those are classics.
Is that real wood?
It is real wood wood decking on them. And when you weather that up and attach a load to it, it's very important that when you model a freight car with a load on it, you want to use a flat car that complements the load and a load complements the car. You don't want to end up with an inferior flat car that you're putting a super detailed Volvo backloader or any kind of a ditch witch or anything like that on it. So starting out with the HO scale version of AAR 70 ton, these are 53 feet 6 inch long flat cars. The Delaware and Hudson is the first one I'm sharing with you. Car number 16401.
Wow.
I know, it's good looking with that beautiful wood deck on it. The next one is a chassis system On the side of the car, it says B&O. Car number 9227. Again, with Katie couplers and metal wheels, these are perfect for modeling loads.
Yep.
I know Dave Davis would go nuts about these. The Western Maryland car is the next one. Reporting marks WM. Car number 2701.
I really like the wood tops on these cars. That you can weather them in ways that plastic just does not take quite as well. That you can make it
Those oil
distress
stains
it,
or
oil
other,
stain
you
it,
know,
and all
yeah,
that
yeah.
stuff.
Right.
I think you beat one all up to smithereens in one of your photos, so we'll make you search for that footage.
All right, guys, you just saw a lot of color photography of a lot of brand new products. Again, the safety packs, this is the very first time they have been seen anywhere. The website is up and running, so be sure to check that out. It's very, very beautiful with all the photography on that website. And so with that, gentlemen, that is the list of the new products on the table tonight. Now we got Chris Percival going with us on Skype at ABR Model Works. And Chris, tell me, what's it down there like in Australia? I say it's down under, but you guys probably think you're on top. Are you there, Chris? Did we just lose him?
Well, according to the maps, you know,
He's
we
there.
are below, but there is a movement that says that the world should be the other way around. I don't know whether that's correct or not, but anyway, enough of that sort of nonsense. So yeah, it's been hot. We the garage where we work is quite warm. Yesterday we were about 36 or 37 degrees, so somewhere approaching 100 degrees in Fahrenheit, so pretty warm. And spent the day making 300 or 400 cardboard boxes, the little boxes the 3D parts come in.
Nice.
Okay.
These are very
Getting-
beautiful little boxes.
Yeah, they sure are.
Yeah.
Getting ready to ship another shipment of 3D parts to Spring Creek. So one of the things that didn't go in the first shipment was our, and I'm not sure whether this will show up particularly well, Ken, but we have a whole range of air conditioning ducting,
Vents.
or could be used for any sort of ducting on a building. And they come in various sections, so from 1 section through to 5, and the system is designed, you know, you just glue them together to make it whatever length you want. And then in addition to that, we've got 90-degree elbows
Oh,
There you go.
and 45-degree elbows. And then we've got joiners that go the opposite direction at 90 and 45 degrees. So you can go up and over something like the edge of a building using those. And this is one that I just quickly glued
Oh, wow.
together
Oh, wow.
to stick
Nice.
to the building. And as you can see, we've gone up and over the edge of the building.
that's very cool.
And then just using all the standard little bits that goes back inside to the building further down.
So the HVAC contractors on your layout will finally have something to keep themselves occupied.
That's right.
Exactly. And then there's 3 different sizes of legs. So the short legs we've put to go on the edge of the building, and then this is the middle size one for the up and over, and then we've got a taller one that allows you to go up and over the ducting itself. So if you've got ducting on your roof that goes up and over, or whatever configuration you can dream up as far as ducting is concerned, the pieces that we have pretty much cover everything. Additionally, they come in 2 sizes. So that's the smaller one and the wider one.
Ooh, nice.
And there's a joiner that goes from the large to the small, or small to the large, whichever way you want to go. And then there's also a 90-degree large to 2 smalls, so that you can have a large duct running across the roof and then have it branch out and going sideways.
Nice.
So it's a complete system. Spring Creek will have them. We're shipping them next week. Spring Creek will have them between Christmas and the New Year. All things being equal, if the couriers are kind to us over Christmas.
Right.
But it's all those little detail things, and that's the whole theme behind our 3D printed parts. It's like, no scene is complete without things like rubbish bins, as you can see on the table there.
Rubbish.
Yes.
Jennifer Kirk says rubbish.
Yeah.
Right?
Trash bins, as we know them here in America.
Yeah, well, trash bins.
Dumpsters. Right?
Particularly with the American logo. Anyway, in the trash bin side of things, we have closed trash bins. We have empty trash bins with the lids off that you can lean the lid up against it. We've got trash bins with the lid cocked open and rubbish inside. So again, we sort of cover things inside of the scene itself.
And there's 57 pieces in this. So, I mean,
Yep.
that's not just enough. I mean, I bought some.
That's for the whole neighborhood.
Yeah,
of
it's the
layout.
whole
right.
neighborhood. That's great. You can have them mashed over. These above ground fuel tanks are very cool, and they come in
Yeah.
a 4-pack as well. They're highly detailed. Check that out, Mike. Yeah, these are very, very neat.
Yeah, look, our pricing philosophy is to keep the prices so that they marry up reasonably well with what's already on offer in the US as far as the particular topic is concerned. So we're also trying to produce product that isn't necessarily available, but of course, when you're doing a big range of 3D parts like we are, you're obviously going to be covering things that other people are already making.
Oh yeah.
And so, even little things like our workbenches are highly detailed. There's, a vise and tools and parts on the desktop and stuff like that.
And the best part about your 3D model or your 3D printed stuff is that we're saving money as the consumer because you're not cutting all the extra stuff off. You're leaving the feet on there and letting us cut that kind of stuff off. And that's a really smart move on your part.
Thanks for that.
Heard a tip.
Look, it's the object of the exercise is to get it in the consumer's hands as reasonably priced as possible, and that's basically what we're doing. On the 44-gallon drum side of things, we've got packs that have different quantities in, but there's 2 new products coming the Spring Print range, and these are actually a stack, and there's a little wooden piece, so that stack sits that way, and you just you need to cut the sprues on this one off with a razor saw because you can't get to the inside of them. And then we've got another one that's a standing up stack.
Oh wow! Okay,
That's smart.
yeah.
So there's those products that are new. We had I may have mentioned this on one of the other shows, but we had a customer in the US
Propane tank.
talk to us about propane tanks. And Spring Creek will have those as well, and they'll come in a couple of different pack types. So the
That's
whole
cool.
Very cool.
Well, yeah, look, my thing about building a model railway is that, yes, I want to see the trains running, and, on your last show you had some fantastic shots, and I forget the gentleman that was sitting on the show that had the large basement railway. You did was running those really beautiful long trains.
Austin Allard.
Yes.
Austin, yes. Okay. Now, I am jealous. I don't have a basement like that. I don't have basements in Australia, nevertheless. So how exciting would that layout be that if it was really highly detailed? As your train passing by, buildings with all of the bits on, that really just adds to the effect and realism of the railway. And so one of the things that we do with our kits, like Michael's Freight Depot, which I think is incredible value in itself, because that retails about $100 US, and it comes with around 100 and something 3D parts. So just the 3D parts by themselves are pretty much cover the cost of the kit.
Absolutely.
So the kit becomes super value when you do things like that. When we're doing larger kits, like our 2-stall maintenance shed that's sort of sitting up behind us, and then you showed that on the last week's show, we didn't put as much detail as far as the parts were concerned. Made that so that detail of the building itself was complete. But our plan is to produce 2 additional packs for different styles of things that could be inside the building. So we're either going to highly detail the kit in the first instance, like Michael's Freight Depot needed all those pallets, needed all the drums, needed some things to be freight, like the little compressor and the trolleys and all that sort of stuff. Whereas a building like the 2-stall maintenance shed, that could be used for 2 or 3 different genres on the railway. I mean, if you're doing sort of a wagon maintenance, you'd have different tooling and products inside than if you were doing, some other form of maintenance or just very limited engine maintenance. And Ken, we've spoken about this too. There's a similar size building in the pipeline that I'm going to bring forward as quickly as I can for you that will actually be designed for a engine maintenance facility. It'll be taller and it will also feature a gantry crane.
Oh, very
extend
cool.
Across the 2 tracks. Of course, you can stack them up next to each other if you want more than 2 tracks.
Nice.
Now, I'm just going to point out to you that my screen has become reasonably pixelated, and that just simply could be because the internet connection's a little slow. So hopefully you're not dropping quality at your end.
No, you're freezing up here and there in between a couple words,
Audio
but
is
at
coming
least
through.
your audio is perfect. Sound is 75% of any video, and don't feel bad because my Bachman interview I did this afternoon at 2:00, we just flat out lost the connection and didn't stop cameras, didn't stop
Right.
anything. We just edited it right around that. It's just normal.
That's all those people that are logging on to the Spring Creek train.
That's
shop,
right.
That's right.
Buying products, or just burning through the bandwidth across the world.
That's
So
right.
we can't deny that happening.
And if you order your ABR products before Christmas, you get 20% off.
That's
as long
right.
as you use our code. Is
You
that
got to
correct?
use discount code WNTW10.
That's right.
To get 20% off. So that standard model, any given model, it would be about $104.99. That'll bring it down to $83.99.
That's right. But you only get 20% till Christmas, right?
End of December.
Oh,
End of
well, there you
December.
go. You have another week, so 20% till.
Well, and you know why that is? I don't know what it's like in the US, but my retail experience tells me that, Dad goes out and buys all those fantastic things for the kids before Christmas, but after Christmas, between Christmas and New Year, he goes shopping for himself.
I have a new look on Christmas. Every present I buy for someone else, I buy something for myself too. So
That works.
that
There
makes
you
it
go.
fair.
Have you
So-
ever gift wrapped ribs?
Yeah, and foil all the time.
What about salmon?
Yes. Foil is a wonderful medium for lots of things, not just model railroading.
All right, James Regier, we're coming up on 29 minutes. It looks like you brought some festive-looking Christmas freight cars
It's
with
Christmas time again.
Yeah, I haven't done much model railroading wise in the past month or so. I've been busy with other things, but this has been on my mantle piece, and it's basically self-contained. Have these 3 cars, and I made a What's Neat video here in December 2019 about how I made these 2 cars right here, and then the Santa car.
Nice. Wait a minute, not so fast. I'm going to run that video clip because now you just told me where I can find it in my
That's right.
computer. This is
There it is.
beautiful. The bell looks like it's moving because you drilled a lot of holes in the sides of this, and
Yeah.
probably, I'm guessing, programmed it with an Arduino.
No, there's no Arduino involved.
How about an AT Tiny 14 chip?
No. No, this is a Texas Instruments timer chip of some sort that someone had posted a video on YouTube that they'd used it for a grade crossing flasher system. And so I thought, well, you really only need 2 flashes, so I put the bell in 2 different positions, and that's what's in there. And it's actually, this chip responds better to DCC power than the A-Tiny 13 chip in Santa's sled here. I decked out Santa's sled with all sorts of aircraft lights. I thought, there was this Santa Fe caboose, Santa for Safety. And, there's a lot of air traffic these days. So I thought, Santa would do well to be well lit up. He has Rudolph on the front, but the back of the sleigh doesn't have the markers on it. So what I discovered when I tried it first on this show, I think it was for the Christmas show in 2019, I discovered that on DCC power, it doesn't work. And the reason is there's no voltage regulator in there. It's just stepped down by a resistor.
Okay.
And so every time the track current flops for DCC, because it's basically a AC alternating current that's being done there through pulse width modulation. This chip actually will reset, but with steady 12 volts, that's no problem. It just
cool.
just keeps running.
Yep, sure.
What else did you bring tonight, James?
So now these other products, or these other projects, this was a problem I came up with about 2 years ago. We had this candle arch that came from Seifen in the former East Germany, and that's where a lot of the nutcrackers come from. It has a strong tradition of wood carving, iron works, and all that sort of thing. It's a strong iron mining and coal mining area. And this was an arch that had these candles on it, and the candles started burning out. It was electric. And we couldn't find anything to fit the socket. So I puzzled over this for a while, and then the solution that I came up with was to design a 3D printed candle and then use Christmas lights from a donor string of Christmas lights, and design the candle so that they would fit into the base, and then accept these Christmas lights.
Very cool.
Again,
And-
the 3D printer comes to
Yeah.
the rescue.
Yep.
And I also used them to simulate sort of wax melt on a lot of these candles. I think I did 6 or 7 different variations.
Are those resin printed or filament?
These are resin printed.
So you're using the machine that Greg Summerlin sent you from JL
that's right.
Robotics. What's
That's
that
right.
called?
That's the Photon X.
The Photon X resin
Yeah.
printer.
And it printed 18 of them at once.
18.
Wow.
Nice.
So I had plenty to test. The candle arch only took 10 of them, so I had plenty to spare, which was good.
So
Great.
what are the paddle things over there?
So these paddle things, I think about September 2021, thereabouts, we'd been to, August 2021, we'd been to threshing days in Gossel, Kansas, and I'd brought back, pictures of and videos of the steam tractors and the threshing machines and all that. Well, in the days before all that, they would use these threshing stones that were made by masons, and horses would draw them along, and they would run along and thresh the wheat on a threshing floor.
Wow.
That's pretty neat.
And so this
What
was
scale are those?
I couldn't quite tell you the scale. I wasn't going for a particular scale. I'd guess probably G scale or so.
Okay.
They're really not necessarily that big, but So this is kind of a symbol of Gossel, Kansas. The Mennonite population of that town came from Russia in the 1870s, and they used these threshing stones quite a bit to thresh their grain.
Nice.
And the college that I went to in Central Kansas, Bethel College, has its mascot the thresher, and so this sort of harks to that as well. And so my mother-in-law, who works at the Mennonite Heritage Museum there in Gossel, had asked me to make some of these model threshing stones, thinking that it might make a neat Christmas tree ornament. If you feel this,
Looks heavy.
We have.
it'll be a hefty branch that'll
Right.
support that, so that it'll require a little bit of rethinking. But
Right.
the nice thing about 3D printing is, of course, you have a fast prototype that you can.
Right.
In G scale, that'd be about 3 feet across. Does that sound right to you?
That sounds about
So
right.
it's a very heavy stone cut by stonemasons that rolls along the earth and crushes the plants.
Yeah.
Wow.
And basically shakes the earth as well, just to get the
Oh,
grain
I'm
out.
sure.
Once they
Yeah.
get going, yeah.
Yes.
I hope that horse keeps going.
Not legal to drive on a road. All right, gentlemen, there's a lot of other wonderful things going on. I think Joshua's got planned a show for next week.
Oh, maybe. There may
Maybe.
be something in everyone's Christmas stocking on
Something's coming
Christmas
up
Eve.
here.
It might
if
be
you
the
wanna-
it might be the night before Christmas.
You never know. If you want to check on Christmas Eve to see if you got anything in your YouTube stocking.
Oh, gosh. Be sure to check out Spring Creek Model Trains. They are, in fact, at this point, distributing all the products that Chris Percival just told us about from ABR Model Works out there in Australia, so that now there's a base of shipping here in the United States, as they've got a lot or most of his products in stock now. So, yeah, rock and roll. Chris, is there anything else you want to say before we call this show an end?
Yeah, just to ratify that at the moment, because Spring Creek are rebuilding their website, our products are not on their website. So you can go in there and ask for them in person in the store. You can do phone orders with them, or you can place an order on our website and they'll ship from Spring Creek.
Very
So
good.
we're still acting as an intermediary. We may continue doing that after they get them on the website or not. Time will tell. But at this point in time, please take advantage of the 20% off. They have all of the kits in stock. All of the 3D printed part packs that are on our website will be there. And if you place an order through our website before the end of December, and it just happens to be out of stock, or it hasn't arrived at Spring Creek at that point in time, we'll honour the 20% and you'll get your product. So don't stress about that, and please enjoy Christmas. You know, it's a festive time. It's a great time to be with your family. And hey, once the little ones have gone to bed and the house is quiet, you know, Daddy Santa can go downstairs and play trains.
Yes.
That sounds good. I
Absolutely.
wonder if Santa Claus uses the NCE system.
I heard
You think
he
he does?
He might just
Yeah,
use
he
that.
would for sure.
I know
He
Santa
would
at
for
my
sure.
house does.
So the only reason I'm bringing this up is because we're going to run some trains tonight. I know Steve Mantilla brought some stuff he can't wait to run.
Nice.
Oh, look at that. I think I see a tiny NCE etched on Santa's sleigh there.
Here, take this from me. I want you to use the hammerhead. Again, this is the Pro system. The radios are in the ceiling down here. It's upgradable, as we say on all the time.
Piece by piece.
You can start with one piece and build your system. It's really great.
It'll grow with
You
you.
can start with the power cab. It's
Yeah.
simple. I think that's $199 still for the power cab. It's a self-contained unit where you get the hammerhead throttle on a cable, and a simple power supply that plugs in the wall, and the face plate so that you can mount your throttle
Not to mention
into
all
it.
the other stuff like the USB connector, so you can connect USB to Ethernet. They have all different kinds of block detectors and different things that you need
There
for
you
on
go.
your layout.
So we got the
And
small
they-
throttle. Go ahead, Chris.
And they even work in Australia because I use their block detectors, and
Yes.
I've been using NCE for.
But I heard you got to hold the remote upside down to use it in Australia. Is that correct?
Only when the wind is blowing from the north.
Ah, see that makes sense now.
I'm not gonna even bring up which way the commodes swirl down there, but I heard there's a
No,
difference.
but the layouts have to run counterclockwise.
Yeah,
Do they?
Absolutely. So that's a thing.
So again,
Just
you
one last thing, guys. A little bit of humour, but one last thing. You know, why do I call myself the modeler?
I don't know why.
Because the guy with two glasses is already taken.
Oh, ba-dum-bum. I love
There
that.
you go.
all right. In order to order your products, you said your products aren't on Spring Creek's website because they're building, upgrading it and changing it right now. But you can call Spring Creek on the phone at 402-365-7628, and they will take your.
Or you can go to
Orders.
springcreekmodeltrains.com.
Yes, but his products aren't on the website yet.
Oh, yeah, you just said that, so I
Yes.
should probably pay attention. We'll cut that out in post. Don't worry about that.
We're letting it fly. All right, going around the table inside the room, Mike.
Good.
Let's talk about your wonderful models next time. If you even brought anything, did you
Okay.
bring something?
Yeah.
No, he didn't bring anything.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'll show it next
okay.
time.
There you go.
Guys, best hobby in the world with some of the best people in it, watching the show and sitting right around this table with us and on Skype in Australia. Thank you, Chris, so much for sharing Down Under with us up here.
Down under.
I know, right?
Oh,
And so with that, we want to wish all of our followers a very, very happy season, happy holidays, the whole bit.
Yep.
I hope this year is just as good as last year, and it's just going to keep on going because there's no shortage of trains in our lives.
That's
So
right.
with that, gentlemen, ladies, and everybody out there, let's go run some trains.
Yeah. Bye, everybody.
I can't wait for this thumbnail. I want to do this at the table, okay?
Okay.
All right.
I want to touch these.
Touchy.
I'm going to hold an auto rack. You can hold that cardboard building.
Yeah.
It is. And I don't want to block Chris. Let's make sure we don't block his screen as he holds up a building. And okay, ready? All at once, we're going to look at Steve Mantilla and smile at him. Ready? And that's how you got that.
Nice. Very nice. Very nice.
Okay, we did it.
Yay!
I know, right? Keep camera 1 rolling. Don't stop it. You can kill camera 2.
Don't stop recording. Can
we just go get some ribs and you do me a sugar fire?
Let's
in the
go get some
USA.
trash wings.
Ooh.
Oh.
How long has it been since we all went and got trash wings?
That sounds good. All right, so Chris is going to stay online with us as we close this down, and we're going to talk about podcasting, aren't we? He's got some ideas in his mind.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm willing to hear that. Okay, I'm going to get up very carefully and stop the screen capture.
Can we
first.
put him on the speaker so we don't have to wear headphones?
Yeah,
We
we'll
can
do that.
still talk.
Yes. I just want to make sure I got a good file. And I think I do.
Good file, good file.
Podcast 219.
Very nice form, everyone.
Okay, let's bring him back on the screen.
Yep.